Hey, Scott Lara, thecruisegenius.com. This video brought to you by GigSky. If you're concerned about a high cell phone bill after a cruise or after returning from a trip overseas, you need a GigSky data plan. You just purchase the plan and the system will use your built-in eSIM in your phone to have data. Check it out, go to gigsky.com and then email me, slara1961@gmail.com. I'll give you a super secret link and I'll give you a promo code for 10% off your GigSky data. Let's talk about cruise port hotels. I always tell people, fly in the day before, drive in the day before your cruise. Why? Because if you fly in, and if the plane or the pilots or the weather or the airport, you don't want to fly in day of, because we all know if something bad's going to happen, it's going to happen. So fly in the day before, a lot less stress. Same way driving. I live in Jacksonville, Florida, and I'll be sailing out of Fort Lauderdale, Port Everglades in the near future. And so I'm not going to leave Jacksonville at 6 a.m., drive 6 or 7 hours down to Miami or to Fort Lauderdale, considering the bathroom breaks and everything, in the hopes of getting on the ship same day. What if there's an accident? What if there's bad weather? What if I get a flat tire? What if my wife gets sick? Whatever. I'm not going to drive down to Fort Lauderdale or Miami or even Port Everglades Port Everglades, okay, I'll give you that. It's only a 2.5 hour drive from Jacksonville. So Port Canaveral, I would drive down same day, but not Port Everglades and not Miami, okay? So let's go back. Let's reset a minute. Flying in the day before, driving the day before. It's always a good idea. Now, one of the questions I'm asked is, hey Scott, what cruise hotel do you recommend? Now, in the Port Everglades, Fort Lauderdale area, I recommend the Fairfield Inn Suites by Marriott, Fort Lauderdale Airport and Cruise Port. Now, they are undergoing a renovation. They are doing great. They still have rooms available if you want to book today or tomorrow. But I think it's going to be October when they are fully, remodeled, replenished, refurbished, all good to go. Now, a lot of the things are still available, like the fitness area and things like that. So it's not like totally bad, but you want to go to the Fairfield Inn Suites by Marriott, Fort Lauderdale Airport and Cruise Port, because it's a great hotel. Now, the one thing you're going to ask me is, say, Scott, what about parking? They do have parking. So if you're going to go on a 4 or a 7-day cruise, they do have parking available. And also they have shuttle service. Now, lots of details to it. Go to the website. Just type in Google Fairfield Inn Suites by Marriott, Fort Lauderdale Airport and Cruise Port. Just Google that, and I will try to put a link here in the description. But the point I'm trying to say is that in Fort Lauderdale, Port Everglades, it's great having a cruise hotel. Now, it's got a modern, calm decor. They are going to be having this Radiant 166 Express bar. There's so much stuff there at this hotel, because the fact of the matter is, you want to have a relaxing stay before your cruise, right? So maybe, you leave your stuff, your major stuff in the car, in the trunk, and maybe just bring a small bag in, for your night clothes or for your shaving cream or whatever. And then you work with the hotel. They will take you over to the desk there to, for the transportation, and then you're going to be good to go, the transportation there to the cruise port. Again, lots of details. What you got to do, email me, slara1961@gmail.com. I will give you a link, and then you'll be all set to go. But I strongly urge you, especially you live in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina, you don't want to drive down same day, especially to Port Everglades and especially to Miami. Get there the day before, a couple rest stops, grab something to eat, a lot less stressful, and then you get on your cruise the next day and you're good to go. Scott Lara, thecruisegenius.com. Like and subscribe. Shoot me an email, slara1961@gmail.com. I'll give you all the details on the hotel. I'll give you all the details on GigSky, and I'd be happy to book your cruise or all-inclusive resort vacation. Scott Lara, thecruisegenius.com. Have a great weekend. Talk to you again soon.